Fullback will be hoping to win through and face his old side. Had a little spell at Ajax as well 3 years ago, where he was back up. That close last time out. Linson keeping his place. Lasse Schöne starting what could be his last match ever on the this time. Dan Rots regains his place from Yunus Taha, who made his first start of the season last time out. So it's Twente to roll the ball back, and potentially NAC and Twente, well, they've lost their last two of last year. Here is Stein pulling wide. Von Wolfswinkel in the centre, Flop in the centre, and it's taken away from Sami Waisa for Pereira, who looks to measure under the far post. It's too hard. He's been very useful to NAC in that kind of Lasse Schöne role in central midfield. Youngster was one of those to come back and haunt his old side. He's lost the ball though, and they can arrow it into the corner. Flap has a go, and it's a good save from Roofs. Stein can't get there. Back to Titogne, who drops. Michel Flap dancing his way through his Kuipers. Stein wants it early. He's got it early. Steps inside Marquez. Stein into Roofs. It's still there. And Flap again. Not really the elevation on that. He ran through. Too high again. Flap. Twente on top as it stands, with Mechal Sadalek over the ball. He's given that plenty. Out comes the goal. Flop. Cushioned down by Van Hornbeek. Here's Dan Rots with a side of goal. And a good stop from Roofs, and then wide it goes from Flap. Well, they are asking Sami Waisa. Von Croy to bend one in. Disguises one. Flap with a little dart, all the way across, nearly for Von Wolfswinkel. It comes out for Sadalek, who does make it. It is a big goal from the Czech midfielder on what could be his last appearance here. Following up in the right place. No real reaction from his coach, but after 15 minutes of real dominance, Twente are ahead. Flap with the dart. Pushed out by the goalkeeper, but they left that side of the goal clear. They had plenty back. Nobody covering the area where Michel Sadalek aimed. It does flick off Sano. Czechia's pre-season, pre-tournament training camp for the Euro. Rots is finding those little pockets of space coming infield, with Van Rooij providing the wider. Neat little touch off Stein. Scooped over. Oh, his Flap, who trod on the ball and fell over. Might still be there. Kuipers goes down. He's injured Robin Roofs, but he won't get a penalty. Van Rooij is waiting. Patient this time from the home side. Now he'll scoop it in, but Roofs will get prodded through. Flap, they've left him all alone. Flap all the way across, and Kuipers throwing himself at it again. Lovely little disguised ball. Oh, Flap left it again, and this time I don't think Stein. Little push there by Sano. Dan Rots again. Stein makes a little dart. Flap not quite there. Van Rooij. It's reached Flap, who moves it around nicely and pops it wide. Just for a moment, Ricky Von Wolfswinkel was in the way. They are looking very much like underdogs on the pitch, struggling to put... Sami Waisa again. He's been one of the most creative players in the division, pretty much playing like a striker at the moment. He's still up there. Now, Sadalek Sizing it up. He wanted it to be. Sano. Stein. They've given him a little pocket of space and he's arrowed one wide. Hansen just falls over. Hand in the air. Now it does reach him. Oyana's back to help out with the defensive line. Down Rots to take it. Sandler. Oh, Hansen. Is he in here? He might well be. Oh, that could be bad news. That could be very bad news for Van Horenbeek. Out comes the card and it's red. He's gone. Their first shot on goal. Titonia stands waiting. Van Krooi through the wall and into the arms of the Polish keeper. So they escape, but Wolfswinkel puts it away. Sano. Sandler. It's opening up for him. It's a teasing little ball. Linson off the crossbar with a fine save from Titonia. Brian Linson. The receive. Up from 3.5 million to about 4.7 million. Having jumped from all. They're stringing 5 across the back. Keuler, their holding midfielder, sitting in at the moment. What they do have is height. They should be able to deal with crosses well. They funnel NSA out wide. That's the idea. Make it hard to go through. Stein, not great away. There's Sano! What a start! What an absolute rocket! An NSA level after 90 seconds. The man who scored against Twente back on the opening weekend does it again. That is such a big hit, and we're all square. Twente's resistance broken immediately. Pereira gaining the ground. It's not the best clearance from Stein, but it's a huge hit through a crowd of players. Pereira taking the direct route. That's a poor clearance. So sweetly. A year ago tomorrow. Real pace to Bernstein's trying to keep up with him, and off goes Sonja Hansen. Brilliant run all the way through. Could this be 2? Oisa unable to beat Titonia. But there's an example of Sonja Hansen in full flow. Bruns, this is Flapp, who's barely been involved so far. Rob by Sano. He was around the defender, or the little setup for Linson was on. Waisa puts it wide. Linson wanted it touched off. He was about to hit that one. And it has been a very eventful 7 minutes. NSA level after just 90 seconds. Here's Sadilek to toss it in. Flag is Stein's clearance. And again, not a good one. Again, it goes to Sano. Here's Linson. Hansen. And Van Krooi! Just wide. Well, it's all going on at this end of the pitch now. The fans down this end, right-hand side, where Sandler fancies his chances, despite being a centre-half. Waisa with a little turn. Van Krooi! Flag is up. Flag went up very, very quickly. It did look like he might just have strayed. He finished it well. We're going to get another look, though. It's semi-automated offside. Let's see. It's a goal. It is going to count, and NSA have turned it around in 12 minutes. Brilliantly timed run, and Vito Van Krooi 11 against 11. The way the first half was, they were really looking disappointing. Calvin Verdonk sells the dummy. And now they're in, and Van Wolfswinkel, can he accept the gift here? He's going to have to go. And can Stein accept the gift? Surely now he does! It had to be the league's leading scorer. NSA have shot themselves in the foot, and it's the man who's just put them ahead who gives the ball away. Sam Stein with a cool head, but what is Vito Van Krooi thinking? He's put his side into real trouble. Robin Roos does really well. And then Stein just has to sell the dummy. There's no danger at all here. Van Krooi tries to be sensible, doesn't look up. And Van Wolfswinkel probably should have done better. It didn't matter in the end because Stein did. Sano. Here's Sutherland going early. Needs dealing with it. We're heading for extra time. Neither of these two sides won at the end of a taxing season. There's one for Van Wolfswinkel. Good punt. The second division, having finished third bottom. Here goes Pereira again. He's done a really good. Hansen feeding it to Ernal. Nobody there attacking the ball. From Croy. Bends one in. It's a free header for Marquez, who didn't expect it to come to him. Lagerbilke was. In the first semi-final, we've had 4 here. Here comes the ball. Bart van Rooij. Nice from so quickly enough. When they have, you can see what just happened. Into Verdonk, whips one across. Well, how close was that from Linse? Who's had Tidone save his header in the first half, and this one with a